Okay, I'm reading for a student. Toyota takes blame in harsh U.S. grilling. Apologetic auto chief rebuked at House panel. Apologetic auto chief rebuked at House panel. This is from the Washington Related Stories. Page 8, Reuters. Toyota Motor Corporation chief Akio Toyoda said Wednesday he takes personal responsibility for the company's safety crisis and vowed to stay on to make sure customer complaints are taken more seriously. Toyota, peppered with questions about the recall debacle by sometimes hostile lawmakers, said again he was deeply sorry for any accidents that Toyota drivers have experienced. The Toyota president and his U.S. North American chief sat stonily as they faced the House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform, one of whose members said he was embarrassed for the firm. Toyota's appearance marked a dramatic peak in a safety crisis that broke a month ago with a series of recalls over unintended acceleration and braking problems that now include more than 8.5 million vehicles globally. The costs of the recall are set to grow with an agreement with New York to speed customer repairs and provide alternative transportation, a pact likely to expand to other states. Toyota efforts to reassure U.S. officials and consumers were undercut by a confrontation over a 2009 memo in which Toyota boasts of saving $100 million by persuading safety regulators to accept let me read that whole paragraph again. Toyota's efforts to reassure U.S. officials and consumers were undercut by a confrontation over a 2009 memo in which Toyota boasts of saving $100 million by persuading safety regulators to accept a relatively cheap recall of floor mats implicated in the unintended acceleration. U.S. Transportation Secretary Ray LaHood, who preceded Toyota before the committee, simply labeled recalled Toyota vehicles as not safe. Dressed in a gray pinstripe suit, Toyota said he was more than anyone. Dressed in a gray pinstriped suit, Toyota said he, more than anyone, wanted Toyota cars to be safe. My name is on every car, Toyota said in English, before using a translator to answer lawmakers' questions. But Toyota rejected a theory that some of the acceleration problems are in the electronics rather than the recalled sticky accelerator mechanisms and floor mats that can trap the accelerator pedal. I'm absolutely confident that there is no problem with the electronic throttle system, Toyota told the committee. Nevertheless, Toyota has hired outside consultancy Exponent Inc. to research the electronic throttle, and lawmakers returned frequently to consumer complaints and some safety experts' concerns about the throttles. Ohio Democrat Marcy Kaptur was one of the few lawmakers to prick Toyota's grim-faced composure. She said she was not satisfied with the testimony. I don't think it reflected adequate remorse for those who died. The exchange appeared to move Toyota. I came here from Japan to speak to the people of the world, he responded. I'm trying to speak from my heart, but I understand the criticism that my explanation does not go far enough. Chris Guedes, Director of Risk Management and Crisis Communications at Hill & Knowlton, said Toyota gets points for coming from Japan to testify, and judgments will not be made in just one hearing. This is going to be a marathon for Toyota. The unintended acceleration problems have been linked to at least 5 U.S. deaths, with 29 other fatality reports being examined by U.S. authorities. Mark Sayer, an off-duty California Highway Patrol officer, was killed last August, along with 3 members of his family, when the Toyota Lexus sedan he was driving sped out of control. That accident sparked the recent recalls. Representative Paul Kanjorski, a Pennsylvania Democrat, warned Toyota that his company would have to pay for the deaths and injuries as U.S. lawsuits mount. You will be called upon to pay compensation, Jaworski said. Oversight Panel Chairman Adolphus Towns and other lawmakers blasted Toyota for the July 2009 memo boasting of limiting a 2007 recall floor mats. One more time, it doesn't make sense. Oversight Panel Chairman Adolphus Towns and other lawmakers blasted Toyota for the July 2009 memo boasting of limiting a 2007 recall of floor mats that were later implicated in the fatal accident. The memo, obtained by congressional investigators, appears to be a briefing for Toyota's North American president, Yoshi Inaba, and prepared by Toyota's Washington staff. Representative John Mika, a Florida Republican, called it an embarrassing day for regulators and for Toyota. I'm embarrassed for you, sir, Mika told Inaba, who was testifying with Toyota. I'm embarrassed for the thousands of Americans who work at 10 plants across the United States. Inaba said he could not recall discussing the memo at a meeting held about 2 weeks after he took over Toyota's U.S. operations. Study hard.